Obviously.
I'm y'all co-workers and friends, crackheaded baby cousin. To the point where I thought about jumping out of the car, but I knew if I jumped out the car, I probably was still gonna be injured horribly.
And I think she should get kicked out. I don't think she should be here. At my Aunt Tab's house was Victoria's 2 kids, you know, my Aunt Tab's grandkids.
Aunt Tab, of course, and then my adopted cousin that actually dated my cousin down the street at the family house, but I guess they liked him and they was just like, join the family, boom, 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 and he's been my cousin for like 5 years now. I'm at my Aunt Tab's house and my adopted cousin brings up 2 twin-size mattresses, which I guess was a part of one of my little cousin's bed sets at one point before they upgraded. It's the mattress from the back room and he brings it into the living room. I remember plopping down on the mattress because I'm tired as hell.
From running from my grandma.
Bruh. Just high as hell. I'm shaking like a motherfucking stripper. After everyone gives me one last look of disgust, they decide to depart into their own area of the house. I get to thinking a little bit and the realization is just starting to hit me that I have fucked everything up.
Fuck! I still want to die, of course.
They told me not to hit Sean up no more, but I don't know, baby.
Stockholm Syndrome. Sprinkle a little dope on it. I don't know, girl. I had the nerve to miss him. I want to hit him up.
He actually has family in Mississippi, and I just had this weird Bonnie and Clyde moment where I wanted to run off with him.
After an hour or two pass, you know, everything's died down. My aunt is in her room. My adopted cousin is in his room. And my 2 little cousins are kicking it in one of the cousins' rooms. So, you know, I get up or whatever because I just have not had enough. Go into my little cousin's room and I just go in there or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
And I asked to see his phone.
They actually have a lot of sense for their age. And they just like, they definitely afraid of Aunt Tab too. The whole house is like, hell no, shawty, you not finna get my phone, hell no.
Oh, what? Damn.
Eventually, I was able to talk him into letting me see his phone.
Instantly download Facebook Messenger. I download Facebook Messenger. You got my homegirl from the Threesome Almost Got Me Killed story hitting me up, you know, when we were friends and stuff. Got my ex could have been baby daddy.
Oh yeah, I got a job now. I want to see you. Pull up, pull up, pull up.
Because I stopped talking to him cold turkey.
Everybody's like, what the fuck? Where have you been? I go ahead and call up my friend from the Threesome Almost Got Me Killed story because I do want to talk to somebody about what the fuck has happened. I don't know. She informed me that she and her boyfriend at the time had gotten an apartment. Still has a room with my name on it because we did discuss being roommates when I was working at Walmart or whatnot. Now that's music to my ears because I'm virtually homeless. My little ungrateful ass still didn't want to be around family.
I want peace. I want problems always.
So I'm like, yeah, you know, hey, I can come out there right now. When can I come? Boom, 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 boom. I get to talking too much, child. And I tell her everything that had happened. We actually used to hang out a lot too before my granddaddy had died, like, you know, outside of work. So I was very, you know, comfortable with talking to her about it. I get off the phone with her and I hit up Sean. And I really was considering going on the run with him, child.
I don't care if we on the run.
He's talking about he gonna get me a new car. He's sorry about everything that has happened. He trying to see where I'm at and everything so he can come by and get me. And I'm shaking like a motherfucking stripper. I would have ran off with him too, but I just couldn't stop thinking about my grandma and my mom and everything. I done fucked up everything already, so like, I'm not oblivious to that. I told him no. After a short amount of time, my little cousin was just like, okay, time for you to get the fuck on up out of here, because when Aunt Tab come up in here, I don't got nothing to do with what you got going on.
Get out my face with that. Get out my face with that crap.
And I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. I go ahead and I log out of his phone. Gives me this spare phone that he had before he had that phone. I take it and I go back into the living room. I go in the living room. I hit up my coworker friend from Walmart that got me connected to the psychic group on Facebook.
I'm talking to her. I'm telling her everything that has happened up to this point. While I'm talking to her, I'm like, okay, let me get on this Facebook group and ask my little one question and, you know, boom, 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 boom. I'm asking her psychic questions about what's going on and she is not saying what I need for her to say. She is not saying what your girl need to hear.
Stop it. Get some help.
Girl, I'm screenshotting the whole thing and I'm sending it to my coworker friend, which I probably shouldn't have because she's also in the group. Unbeknownst to me at the time, Sean was logged in on my Facebook Messenger.
Where was your antennas?
I was high as hell. I remember being high as hell.
You high? Why are we going so fucking fast, nigga? We stop now. Hell, what?
Take a shower, get out the shower, try to go in my aunt's room because I know she got some bath and body work. Try to get me some lotion, the door lock. Everybody knows it's a crackhead on the loose. So, you know, I'm hitting him up or whatever. I guess my brain just wanted it to still be party time, but it's not party time no more. I don't know. Tell me why I face call him. I face video chat him. I FaceTime video call chat him. He's in the car with Ethel. And he's just like, he on his pimp shit. He's just like,
yeah, I got her to take the charge off you.
See, my mama may have raised the fool, but she ain't raised a motherfucking fool. So after that, I was good. I'm Gucci at this point. Thank y'all. Let me back on the fuck out.
So I get off the phone with him. I go chill a little bit longer. I still got a good amount of time before my auntie and everybody get home.
I hit up my best friend and we get into it on Facebook Messenger. She took the seat covers out of my car because I had to go to like some type of junkyard to clean my car out after the accident, and that's when I seen that she took the seat covers out of my car and everything, child. Her and Ethel would get together and tell Shelly stuff. Sometimes her, Ethel, and the sister would get together and tell Shelly stuff. And it's just like, oh wow, like, you know, it actually turned out to be like a real whole cross situation. Yeah, I'm going back and forth with her, you know, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, man, that shit was mad wild.
We completely fall out. We done.
This whole shebangle is how we officially stopped being friends. Day is winding down, the day is winding down, the day is winding down.
I declare bankruptcy!
I remember trying to like Google my life back together. Like, I'm looking up bankruptcies, I'm looking up jobs, I'm looking up everything of that nature. Looking up apartments because I'm kicked out of my mom's house and I'm like in my own personal hell right now. Amongst all of that, my aunt starts calling me. I think this was like around 12 and after. She called me twice. Works downtown. She's telling me like,
yeah, I'm down here talking to my little police buddy or whatever. You know, we can hack into that type of stuff. We can see that type of stuff. So don't fucking play with me or whatever. And you know, I wanted to know like what this car accident thing was. Like, you know, what happened with that? How many cars was it? Blah, 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 blah.
I tell her once, as the day went by, I got very bored at my aunt's house and I went a house down to my grandma's house and I'm chilling there. That's when my aunt gets off of work and she comes down the street like,
you told me it was 2 cars. It was like 50. You embarrassing me. You making me look bad.
And I'm just like, I wasn't even the one driving. She asked me, have I been talking to Sean?
Me no hablo English.
I'm not trying to get my ass kicked again. Of course, I say no.
Sean? Who the fuck is Sean? Do you know a Sean? I don't know no Sean. That's how I'm coming.
She all like, don't play with me. Don't play with me. I be knowing. She a Scorpio too. Sticking to my story. Sticking to my story. My story isn't changing. My grandma getting pumped up. Finna get the broom and unscrew the broom at the bottom just to have a stick to beat my ass. Like, she getting hype. She getting hype. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm getting mad now because I'm just like, wait a minute. I'm like, I'm finna go live with my friend. I'm finna go over my friend's house and live with her. We done talked about it and I'm about to go live with her. And they like, Dodo Bird, who the fuck is gonna let you stay in their apartment?
You're strung out and you don't got no job. This is the best place for you to be.
And I'm like, no, I'm going over my friend's house. And my girl, I'm like, you're not going over no damn friend's house. And I'm like, well, shit, I guess I'm not going over no friend's house. So that idea came and went fast as fuck.
You always keep telling me what to do.
You got Shelly on the porch like she trying to help you not make an ass out yourself more than you already have. Cool. My cousin Shelly was there, as I just mentioned. She's telling me about how she's heard from Sean's sister. And Sean's sister was telling her all types of shit.
Basically backing up his story about everything that he was saying and everything being my fault, and we went out of town and we went to Chili's and we went everywhere and just had us a grand old time.
Went there, went here, went there, went everywhere, child. And she bring up how I was planning to run away with Sean. I was planning to run off with him or whatever. My aunt butts in just like, oh yeah, I seen that too. I told you I got connects. I told you I was cool with the police. My aunt told me if she caught me talking to him or if she catch me talking to him down the line, that's my ass. And that's all I needed to hear. I made it my business to not talk to him no more. You're not an ally, and obviously it's you. It's not rocket science. Now, everybody go their separate ways. Shelly go home. My grandmama's in the house. I'm down Aunt Tab house. The kids back. They at home now. You know, the adopted cousin off from work. He at home now. Everybody's in their designated area. One thing about it that I could not complain, baby, was a nice, hot, warm, cooked meal there every single motherfucking evening. I bet my grandmama cooked down the street too, so I'll be eating from 2 different houses most of the evening. It wasn't a bad setup now that I think about it, but at the time, I just, you know, I needs to go. Everybody eventually goes to sleep, and I hit up my friend from the threesome almost got me killed story, and I'm just like, you know, hey, what's good, sis? Remember the, you know, I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit. She gonna tell me, you know,
I got somebody else that got the room. You know, somebody else wanted the room from work, and I went on ahead and let her get it.
Cool part is getting sober. Still got a nice buzz. So I'm stuck, right? I'm stuck. I'm in a pretty stuck position. Collectively decided with all of the dumbasses in my brain that I was just gonna stop running and just, you know, sit everything out, see where everything goes.
I immediately remember getting on my knees that night and just praying over the situation and repenting for all of the sins that I had committed.
After praying and everything, I went to sleep, and that night I actually had like my
first dream that really meant something. I mean, I definitely had dreams about like spiders when I had fake friends around.
This dream was different. I pull up to this skyscraping ass hotel. It's tall as fuck, nice as fuck, nice ass hotel. Elevator goes up to the highest floor, the top floor or whatever, and I get off by myself. Don't nobody else get off with. I walk into like this fancy ballroom, dinner room ass room, long ass table.
Queen, king type shit, you know, set up real nice.
My granddaddy is sitting at the end of the table, child. He looks stuffed. Like, he looks like a stuffed animal version of himself. He just looks stuffed. So, like, he was kind of like propped up like a doll or something. Like another door. I open the door. It's like a gas station bathroom. So like, boom, I wake up. I'm even more mind boggled. Like, I'm like, oh shit. I just saw my granddaddy in a dream. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's the weekend. I wake up in the living room. My Aunt Tab is home.
Victoria was over there visiting. All her kids were there.
They were waiting for my Aunt Tab to get done cooking breakfast. I go walk in there a little bit. I see my cousin Vincent friend that like definitely been around since I was like a kid. And you know what I'm saying? I was cute or whatever. Can't see me like this. I can't even go out like that.
I'm not a young man, baby.
I wait till he slide out the front door. I hear the door open and I hear the door close. I go into the bathroom real quick. My mom had dropped off a couple of bags of my clothes. I go take me a quick little shower. You know, I got my wig from when all of this shit had happened. My cousin Victoria wouldn't let me live down the fact that I did look like Wanda. It was everywhere, child. I put some conditioner on it. It's rejuvenated or whatever. I brought it back to life. I plopped that on my head so I could look a little decent, you know. I go in the living room and I go in there and I sit where everybody else was sitting there. Innocent friend come back in the house. They just start asking me about my mom. Like,
You raggedy bitch.
Have you talked to your mom? Do your mom know where you're at? Like,
I was like, what the fuck I'm supposed to say to my mom right now? So I'm just like, yeah, no, I haven't talked to her. You know, boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to change the subject. Victoria steady bringing it up, steady bringing it up, steady bringing it up.
Where your mom at, nigga?
See, I didn't think nothing of it at the time. I was thinking more so like, damn, y'all rude as fuck for just putting my business in front of this nice young man. But now I'm starting to realize, like, okay, I brought the city out low-key that day. Like, motherfuckers just wanted to see crackhead Niecy. I didn't see it like that at the time. I was just like, well, damn, like, this ain't breakfast conversation. Oh, you need to go and call your mama, and then she just started giving me, like, unsolicited advice that I didn't ask for.
Oh, bruh, damn. Where your mama at?
In front of company. In front of company. I think I had got tired of them talking about, you know, mom, your mom this, your mom that, crackhead mom, crackhead mom. I got tired of them talking about it, so I was just like, Aunt Tab is my new mom.
Yes, mother. Yes, mother.
I'ma travel the world, Victoria.
And dude over there sitting over there laughing and mocking me.
I'ma travel the world.
When I first got there, I had got into it with my little cousins, the kids, because they was talking mad shit. They was talking mad shit.
Popsicles, everybody. Here's popsicles.
Kids act just like they parent. I was spraying some stuff in the house and I may have sprayed one of them in the face with like the air freshener. And it was just like,
oh, my eyes, my eyes.
I had got in trouble for that and shit. That was like my second, third date up.
What's wrong with you?
I'd have heart-to-heart conversations with my aunt like after dinner and everybody kind of separate after throwing their plates away. And she'll just basically ask me how could I be so stupid to do this.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I was serious, but I was also on drugs.
How could I rob motherfuckers? And that she knows for a fact my granddaddy is rolling around in his grave.
I said, damn, bitch.
Walked out on her one time. When she sat down after eating, I just got on up and went out the door because I already know what we finna do. Whenever Victoria was there, she would jump in and also, you know, have her ad-libs in the bag. And she's just like, yeah, I bet you didn't know that my friend Fruit Loop used to talk to him. I remember Fruit Loop from when I was a kid and I used to be over there a lot.
He actually killed her.
He killed her. Like, what? He killed? She basically told me that she had overdosed with Sean. And Sean left her there, didn't call the police or nothing. It was weird because it was a situation that I kind of could have put in the last story time, but it was just too much already. They were having like a wake or whatever, and it was real nice. You know, they was letting me drink. I got me a nice little buzz too. The families collided from his side of the family to my grandma's side of the family because they know each other and stuff. I like crossover episodes. I had to go link up with Sean though. I thought about bringing Sean over to like the family, you know, gathering or whatever. P and me couldn't do it because it was just like, how they gonna react to this dude? He is a little older. I'm not really thinking about marrying this dude. He does drugs. Like, yeah. It would have saved me a lot if I would have went on ahead and just brought him over. All I had to do was bring him to the little wake thing and they would have been like, either this motherfucker looks too old, this motherfucker looks like he's on drugs, or this motherfucker killed Fruit Loop. Victoria actually was one of the first people to get COVID, as she liked to claim. She had all of the symptoms. It was like a flu, but it was like real bad. My mom had the symptoms too. She ended up going to the ER. She tell us while she was at the hospital, she saw Sean and she overheard Sean explaining what happened, talking about he was trying to sue me and all this shit and boom, 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 trying to see if he got any injuries and shit.
To sue me for him getting into the car accident.
How you gonna take me to court, Lewis? What address you gonna use, Lewis? What ID you gonna use, Lewis? How you gonna pay for these court fees, Lewis?
Then she used to like to just bring my name up with the situation. Like, I guess they gave her some type of medicine in the ER and it had her high. She gonna come in the house talking about some, oh, I'm high as hell. I feel like Nisa now. Oh, Nisa. Yeah, it don't feel too bad, do it? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Vincent actually wasn't so bad. He didn't really say anything at all that whole time. Only thing he ever said was like day 2-ish was if she wants to go, let her go, which is fair. After like the 5th or 6th day, I was over it. Like, okay, next subject, let's talk about something else. I was over it. I was definitely over it. The jabs and all. It was like, okay, next topic. Seriously, they wanted to stretch it out and talk about it for like the rest of my life. And I was just like, no, let's go ahead and just stick the nail in the coffin now, because no. They'd be like, oh, I bet you still talk to Sean. And I'd be like, actually, no. I damn near forgot who the fuck that was.
I remember one time I was coming from down the street from my grandma's house.
I walked in on them talking about me.
Hey. How y'all doing?
Then they proceeded to ask me questions about him. Like, you still talk to him, don't you? And I'm like, no. But I actually wasn't at all. My adopted cousin would always have some slick to say to me and it would just be like ridiculous because he's not even really blood for real.
So it's really just like horrible shit that's not even funny.
Tell me about the rocks.
Leave me alone!
Let me get my...
I used to tell on him and my aunt to be like, oh, you know, you too sensitive or whatever.
Y'all don't want me to get to talking up in this bitch though, because then everybody gonna be mad.
It's a different story.
My aunt had definitely asked about the spare phone that I had, and I had just gave it back. Woo! on all our parts, because oh my God.
We're going back over here. Come
My aunt had a smart TV and I would listen to a lot of music or whatever. Some of it was very nostalgic. I used to listen to when I was banging out in the streets or whatever. I actually started listening to NLE Chopper around that time. You know, that's when that Camelot song had just came out. I ended up really liking his music and liking like the instrumentals and all of that shit. Really like. So I ended up listening to some instrumentals and writing songs to him. I'm not a stranger of writing songs or whatever, because I definitely used to do it
Ever since I was a kid.
Bitch, I'm writing songs in that bitch. My little cousin had like a portable speaker. I'm telling him to come bring the speaker out. Play the beat on your speaker. I take his phone and I record myself rapping like I just made like a whole studio or some shit. I made like 4 songs like that. Hard as fuck.
He didn't say I couldn't stay.
Majority of the family get-togethers would happen down to my auntie's house, so it was some liquor bottles there. Not as much as I would have liked, but she had some sitting on the couch. Eventually, I would add water to. Be drinking and shit. If I could have a black, I'd have a black or whatever, because you know they tried to put me on the schedule. They tried to separate me from my black, but I'd have one. Sometimes I won't, and I'd just be back there vibing. Litty as hell, writing music. I made sad songs, upbeat songs. Like, girl, I am so damn dumb. It's actually a camera that's like right by the kitchen. So she saw me do that the whole time. And then I think I might have mentioned it to one of the little fake bitches up in the house. And they might have went back and told her. And she just said it was the camera, because that happened like 2 or 3 times too. I'm not that high. I know, it's one of y'all.
So I gotta be real with you guys. You look like f***ing clowns. Oh.
I got caught stealing the liquor, and she would go on to tell me about how like she knows about me stealing my stepdad's liquor like that, and how that is stealing. And she just starts telling me little things that happen at the house or whatever, stuff that she's not even supposed to know. She pours out the rest of the liquor that was there, which wasn't a lot, and yeah, that was the end of the liquor thing. I honestly didn't care anything about the cocaine, the molly, the meth,
etc, etc, etc.
My passion was for blacks. Liquor and the black could take me a very long way, actually. Even better, a blunt. That's like my party pack. They kind of was just like, you know, that's not ladylike. My grandma just wanted me to stop cold turkey. My adopted cousin would walk to the store, baby. I used to tell him to go get me a black. I used to hide them blacks like I was in prison up in my ass or something. No, I'm just, but I would have if I had to. Talking about, oh, Niecy on crack, oh, Niecy crackhead, da, da, da. No, that's not my poison. But for a black, I will sacrifice all y'all. Which one you want? Ooh, those nights when he would bring me back a black. Ooh, you just learn to love the sweet things. So along with trying to get it stuck into my head to only drink in moderation, they wanted to get me to stop smoking black. My little cousins were pretty much independent. One used to just go in his room and play Fortnite until 3 in the morning. The other one used to kind of hang out with me and be in my space a little bit.
I actually do cuss a little.
Do you?
Also, yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably fuck.
Him and my adopted cousin to be in there, you know, watching Wildin' Out or some shit. Praying to God, untapped, and wake up. Kind of just like back in the day or whatever. You know, it took me back, whatever, you know. Boom, boom, boom. It was actually really nice and it wasn't so bad. And I would compare it to my mom's house, which like my 2 little brothers, they're loud as fuck, they're bad as fuck. Between me and my adopted cousin, we'd split days to do dishes. I had like a day where we'd clean up versus like every day like at my mom's house.
Because my 2 little brothers are just reckless Tasmanian devils.
Toys everywhere. Oh my God. I didn't have to deal with that every day because Aunt Tally didn't play that shit. Shade, that's shade. Honestly, if I'd had the pleasure of just having my own room, I would have very much enjoyed that situation better. If I just had a place where I could just go close the door sometime, I would have been straight. I would have been straight. Over the time, things would begin to slack up with my mom though. I was there for like 4 months, so I would talk to her over the phone, you know, apologize to her, of course, for everything that I've done. We starting to have our laugh and talk relationship again, you know, boom, boom, boom.
Sometimes I tell her to go look at a certain part of my room, you know, grab my waist trainer, put it in the bag, my Got to Be glue spray, put it in the bag. I had a lot of pride about it. I had my head held high. My aunt likes to cook. She's like one of the main people that's cooking in the family besides my grandma for like big, you know, festivities and shit. My aunt decided to cook a big dinner, the family together. I had my little crackhead wig steamed and conditioned and everything, bitch. Victoria rebraided my hair. I got my little Got to Be glue. I'm laying my wig real nice, you know. You seeing I'm looking real nice. I'm looking real nice. I'm looking real nice.
Shut up!
Continuing to talk to her a little bit. I do not know how I had ended up going back home. I had spoken into existence. I spoke it into existence because I was standing next to my mama and I was like, I'm going home with you tonight. I was like,
Yep, let me get my stuff so I can go and get ready to go home.
and everybody was like, Nisa going home? Nisa going home? My aunt, everybody was like that. And then my mama was just like, yeah, she's going home. Spent the weekend there.
Home, sweet home. I'm back.
And did some cleaning up in my room and in the bathroom and everything. I got some more shit, my sweet sweat, my body wrapping stuff, and I brought it with me too.
Head back to Aunt Tally's house.
I'm reading about fasting and I'm seeing how it's like a pretty good way to tell God that you are super, super sorry for messing up. You're showing humility by just cutting off, you know, whatever it is you cutting off cold turkey. I am in dire need. Like oh no. Doing a lot of praying. Unfortunately, with me being around my aunt who cooked every single day, every single day, along with my grandmama house down that's cooking bum ass food too every single day, I couldn't really go the 40 days route like Jesus. I tried to, but they would get offended when I didn't eat and shit and just like, did Nisa eat? Nisa need to eat. Come on to eat. Like, so I had to eat. So I opted out for the whole 1 meal a day thing. I can at least look good. So I'm in like a strong ass health kit.
Go Hannah, go Hannah, go Hannah, go Hannah.
No, it wasn't the drugs. I actually went into a health kick. Everything was cool. The only thing, she definitely would say one thing, but when I would do that one thing that was, you know, said to be okay, I would get in trouble for it. First it got down to my grandmama and my mama, like I'm defiant or something. Like, I don't mind following the rules, but what the fuck are the rules?
What more do you want from me?
For instance, front door, little ring count. One time the curfew was 10. I go outside at 10, turn out the curfew was 9. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You're probably wondering where the Ring doorbell is right now. Well, since you won't give me my phone back, it's about to be in the washer. See you later, wait.
After one of our little lectures after dinner, she was just like,
Bring somebody over, you know, you can have a friend over, it can't be no dude.
But you can have a friend over. And I'm like, what? And she like, yeah, you know, but it's gonna have to be a little bit late when like they, you know, sleep a house down. You know, I'm on Facebook Messenger and I'm talking to one of my other Walmart friends that I rarely mention, but we were actually very close. Closer than anyone else I have mentioned so far. Finally having a conversation with her on Facebook because I haven't had time to give her like the full rundown. And she was just like, hey, you know, I'm at Jackson Hospital, which is close to where I was at. 4 or 5 minutes away from, you know, where I was at. And she was like, I can pull up on you now if you want to. And I'm like, yes. Like, I haven't seen anybody else's face outside of my family in a very long time. So, like, I'm welcoming her. Like, yes, come on, come on, come on, come on.
It might not even have been that late for real. I can't remember, but it probably was.
I think I had just hopped in the car to close the door. She come out the door talking about something, you know, boom, 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 and I'm in trouble. I found it amusing because it was just like, you know, damn, for me to be coming down from like 7 to 10 different drugs, y'all are acting really weird, bro. Like,
You're confused. I'm fucking confused, bro.
acting like y'all was doing what I was doing. How the way y'all is acting. I definitely used to get in trouble with my grandma every time I got in trouble for these false accusations each time. Like, each time. My auntie really saved my life. But I would find myself complaining to my grandma like, hey, yeah, she tripping, you know, or I want to go home, or
I might have said something about running off.
should get up and like be like, you trying to what? And I'll be like, nothing. I'm starting to search around for jobs. I'm starting to look for jobs. I wanted to work at the chicken house so motherfucking bad. Never called. They talking about something they call once every Tuesday. I waited by the phone, bitch, every damn Tuesday because I wanted to work at the chicken house. Fine, so you know I'm going back to the drawing board. I tried to avoid fast food restaurants as much as I could. My brain cannot hold it. Knew this. I already knew this. I needed a job where I could just have my task and I'm doing my task and that's it. I don't have time to be hustling, bustling. I already know what's gonna happen. Everybody talking about,
Oh, you trying to be bougie.
Why are you acting like that? I worked at McDonald's when I was 25. You wasn't a recovering crackhead, okay? Thank you, people. I hated front lobby. One thing about those customers, I don't know if it was the area, the neighborhood, I don't know. They do not have no tolerance for you messing up their order. They do not have no tolerance.
Are her parents brother and sister?
But the stress of it, you know my prior history, the stress of it, And I never went back. I do not regret that. Even to this day, I don't regret that.
We gotta work, you gotta work too, you know, boom, 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 boom.
So I still had to be on a search for another job. Baby, they did that broom thing at my auntie house. COVID done started now. First day on the job, I go to Olive Garden with my black shirt on and shit. They tell me that they gonna call me back, child, because of this COVID thing. I'm out of a job again and it's not my fault. Cool. Thank you, Jesus. So being with COVID, you know, in full effect now, the schools are out, kids are starting to be at home. He want to be at home. He want to play video games all day. He needs somebody to watch him. Boom, boom, boom. And one day I had went home. What meant to be a few days stay ended up me being like back at home.
Shut the mental hospital!
Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Again, my name is Niecy J, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!